Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video review, and today we're going to be taking a look at The Secret World. Originally released in July of 2012 as a pay-to-play MMO, the game has since transitioned into a pay-once, play-forever type of model, similar to Guild Wars. You play as a member of one of three different factions. You can join up with either the secretive and powerful Illuminati,
keeping it, using it. Power is our currency, our DNA, our god.
the old school and duty-bound Templars. Please note that crotch-hugging pants are included.
There is no purpose greater than ours. The world will founder without structure and discipline.
Or the always interesting and always cool dragons.
이론적으로 정의해볼까? 그건 천 개의 동전을 공중에 던지는 것.
Your choice in faction doesn't really matter as much as a game like World of Warcraft. In the Secret World, you will be able to group with members of other factions and even visit their capital cities, something that you cannot do in games like World of Warcraft. This does matter with the game's guilds, however, known as cabals, and you will still be restricted to joining cabals that align with your current faction.
Strike one. Is the agent dead? Out there, I mean? In the system, his mistakes will live forever, like stains under...
Once you have selected your faction, you can create a character and then head into the Secret World. You have your standard assortment of things you can adjust, like facial features, including eyes, eyebrows, and makeup. You can also pick from a small variety of clothing to differentiate your character, but more clothing will come along the way as you complete quests and gain more money. You get a little bit of backstory at the beginning, but most of it's honestly a mystery.
You are with the chosen, you must choose for yourself.
You must make the right choices.
You are cursed with...
Ah yes, that happens to me after I go to Taco Bell. Following a brief and awesome tutorial that takes place in Tokyo, you are thrown into the main quest to investigate the world around you. The game flirts with a mix between the real world and fantasy type settings. This is pretty cool because there aren't really a whole lot of MMOs out there that blend fantasy with a more modern setting. But this is one that could take place, you know, today or tomorrow.
The gate's opening! I think that's bad news. Yep, bad news. They're not stopping!
I want
After
you
meeting
out
with your
on
faction
Solomon Island to
handler,
assess the
you'll be
impact
set
on our
out on
bottom
your first
line.
main
You
quest
can skip the
to
traffic and the
investigate
quarantine
Solomon
by traveling
Island.
through Agartha. Just use your initiative, but not too much initiative. That comes across as desperate. Ciao, ciao.
You will undertake a series of side quests and supplementary missions that kind of help flesh out what's going on in Solomon Island and why there's all these weird things going on in the world around you.
But you folks gave that up for the high life and the low road.
Not all of these quests are your standard FedEx type quests where you have to go fetch this or kill that and go back. This is one of the things that I think is really refreshing about this game.
Do you know what that means? No, you don't. You have absolutely no idea what that means.
This is most apparent in the investigation type quests, which have numerous steps but typically reward a high amount of XP and money upon completion. Investigations challenge you to use your brain and to look at the world around you and also go outside of the game to find solutions. At this point in the game, all these quests have pretty much been finished and there's infinite numbers of walkthroughs out there for them. And I'll admit that I'm very seldom try to solve these quests by myself, but you can definitely appreciate the complexity and how often these quests contribute to the narrative in a broad sense.
I won't lie to you. This is going to be an intense, out-of-body experience. Wow! I'm pretty excited myself.
In the graphics and sound department, you have a variety of changes you can make to pretty up the game or bring it more in line with what your PC can run. The game definitely has a dated look on it, even on the highest graphics settings, but that really isn't a bad thing. Younger gamers might be turned off by the look of the game, but as someone who grew up on the old style MMOs with janky movements, I can deal with that, and actually I like it. Character animations, like I said, are just a little janky, a little bit stiff, and voiceovers are only reserved for more important quests and for some cutscenes. One of the really big sticky points about this game is the music and ambiance, and this game definitely has a great mix of sound design and atmosphere that really gives you this kind of eerie feel and kind of immerses you into the game. Unlike a lot of other games, I actually left the music on instead of drowning it out with my own music, which is a big thing for me. The game can be completed virtually by yourself, but you will likely start to rack up some deaths after the first couple of zones.
How would you rate your performance? Don't answer that. Didn't I tell you? We already know. Bottom line, you failed.
Unfortunately, there aren't a whole lot of people that are interested in working together from my experience, and after the first couple zones, it's kind of hard to find groups. You may be better off trying to join a cabal before getting too far into the game, that we can get a better experience out of it. One of the things that really sets the Secret World apart from a lot of other games is its superb character progression, and this is probably one of the best parts about this game. As you level up, you will get character points and skill points that you can distribute at your leisure. Unlike other games that lock you into character classes such as DPSs, tanks, healers, rangers, sorcerers, whatever you have, you can mix and match abilities from any of the different groupings and weapon types and play the game as you wish. This also opens up more flexibility in terms of grouping, because in order to switch from healer to DPS, you've got to switch your weapon and put a few skills in and you're ready to go. You can put your points anywhere you want to, and this freedom really opens up a lot of things in the game. It's also worth saying that while it will take a long time, you can actually unlock all of the different skills in the trees. You don't have to have alts. So that's kind of a cool thing. You basically have one character and just go through the game with it. The game also has PvP and dungeons, which are honestly two things I didn't really spend a whole lot of time with. The last thing I want to run through is the cash shop, and this is extremely important given that this game essentially derives extra income off the cash shop. Some games nickel and dime you in the cash shop and basically make it impossible to have reasonable progression unless you buy everything from the cash shop with your money. The shop in this game has a bunch of cosmetic clothing to trick out your character and some interesting outfits and stuff if you want to. There's also your standard buffs to make leveling progression easier, and some useful weapons and trinkets. But the takeaway point here is that none of these things are really things that you will suffer without, and that's a good thing. It's also worth pointing out that after you get a little bit into the game, you're rewarded 1,200 currency points to shop with. So that's pretty cool. So with that being said, here's what I think about the Secret World.
It's like Xbox, only everything is hardcore.
Okay, well maybe that's not quite it. If you're looking for a very different MMO experience, a game that is a little slower pace in terms of story, and maybe you're interested in one that is a little more modern in terms of its setting, and you can deal with janky animations and stuff like that, then the Secret World might be for you. If the textures and graphics in this game make your eyes bleed, you don't really have any friends that can come along and play with you, and the animations remind you of action figures you played with whenever you were a kid, and you just kind of want to go through the game at a fast pace, then this game might not be the one for you. I don't believe the game is worth the current full MSRP of $30, but I picked it up for $10.19 during the Steam Christmas sale, and I would honestly recommend it highly at that price. Trial keys are also available, so maybe try and get a trial key before you plunk down the money to buy this game. I hope this has been an informative few minutes and that you consider checking out the Secret World. If you do, please let me know in the comments below. I'll try and hook up with you if I'm still playing. This is a really good game, and I was actually kind of surprised how much I liked it. And I feel like it's gotten really overlooked in the last few years because the MMO market is just getting so packed with all kinds of different games. Check this game out if you want to. Find a trial key, get in there, see what you think. Let me know what you think about it. This is Axiom with Good Time Gaming. Please remember to like and subscribe if you like anything that you saw here today, and remember to always have a good time gaming.
This went well.